So to pass the time, you go long. Oops.
He can play the heck out of the drums. He got work on catching a football.
Play for Tennessee.
You go, Bubba.
These guys right here are having some fun now. They're enjoying themselves, and like always, they got the fans involved.
And the fans are egging them on.
Yeah. Watch.
Now that's Corey LaJoie and Bubba Wallace.
Watch this. He heaves that baby up into the stands.
Game over.
If we get this race going, Bubba's not going to have any arm left.
Well, Bubba's got a nice. He throws a nice football, but wait till you see Corey LaJoie.
Now wait a minute, sir. You don't get to keep that.
Yeah,
you do get to throw it back.
Oh, it'll come back.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
Not so sure.
Oh yeah. Here it's coming. It's coming. Here we go.
He's got an arm.
That's a bullet.
And there,
yeah, it is.
And there you go. Passing the time as they continue to dry the track. And I see a lot of gray in the track, especially in the corners. So they are making progress. They're still at it. That LaJoie's kid's got an arm.
Oh, watch him. He can heave that ball.
It's going to be tough for one of those fans to get it back over the fence from
there.
20 rows or 10 rows up.
Pretty good.
Well, they're having fun, and that's the main thing. See a lot of progress from the Air Titans up in the corner and a gray racetrack. As Bubba Wallace, Corey LaJoie, and then there's these folks. So is this getting exercise or having a cold one? I think the jury's still out on those pedal power beer wagons.
We got a front row seat to this football game going on in the front stretch here. I want the scouting report. Which one of those guys is going to be your first-round draft pick?
I'm gonna pick Corey for sure. I think he can make it to about halfway up with the old lefty. So I'm liking Corey on this one.
There is still a line right around the top of the racetrack that they are working to get dry. I guess a little bit of weepage from beneath a safer barrier. And I'll tell you, these two guys have worked their way from the end of pit road almost all the way up to the head end of pit road on the way to turn number 4.
Where's Daniel Hemrick? Because Bubba Wallace, I think, is about to tag out. I think he's ready for a relief thrower here. Man, these guys, you got to be pretty proud of the effort that they put in to interact with the fans. That's awesome.
Yep. Well, now we know the rest of the story. Corey LaJoie's dad, Randy, multiple Busch Series champ of NASCAR. We're longtime friends. He texted me, and look at that lefty throwing arm. Randy LaJoie has texted that Jim Kelly taught Corey how to throw those tight spirals.
Well, I mean, he's got a good gun on him, but he had a great teacher to go along with it.
There you go.
He learned well.
Jamie's joined the party.
Jim Kelly, your dad told us the secret behind the spiral. Oh, there goes the ball, and they're all booing. Come on, I think they're getting a little tired. You getting a little tired?
Yeah, and we got about 200 yards to go. Let's start off with a good idea. It's a little more of a workout, but, at least we can do is keep these fans engaged. They're sticking it out with us during the rain delay. So when we do get this thing going, I'll be nice and warm and preheated.
All right, so we just learned, Mike Joy heard from your dad. Jim Kelly actually taught you to throw a football. Tell us the story behind that.
Yeah, he did. So Dad drove for Jim Kelly and Frank Cece in the Dollar General car. And we went over to Jim's house one day. I was probably 8 or 9. And he said the key is to keep your elbow up and a short release. So Dad wouldn't ever let me play football as a kid. I stuck with baseball and racing. Some days I wonder if I made the right choice. But I have fun whipping a baseball. Especially we were doing it on pit road, right? Me, Bubba, and Blaney, and we decided to share the fun a little bit.
Have you played other sports? Because I talked to about 3 or 4 different drivers, and they all said, "Oh man, Corey LaJoie, he's a stellar athlete."
We played basketball over at Denny's a little bit. I played baseball all the way through high school, but I had to pick. Right, it was the watershed where I had to start putting a lot more eggs in that racing basket. So, like I said, some days I think I made the right choice.
Hey, you followed your passion, right?
Yeah.
Every driver kind of handles rain delays differently. Like I typically would just go back to my bus and I would want to eat and kind of get prepared for the race to start. But I think that's really cool. We see Joey Logano go in the stands. He signed autographs to a couple different tracks. And then them being able to interact with the fans. It reminded me, I think it was Ty Dillon and maybe Austin at Darlington when they were trying to get the wave going under one of the rain delays. So I think that's fun, though. And especially, I can't imagine being a fan or being at another sports event and having a player throw the ball to me. I mean, like, what an experience
Play
for
and
those
catch
fans.
with them,
Yeah, amazing.